Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Craft of the Draft podcast, an introductory episode, this one, and the newest addition to all things AFL and AFLW draft related. I'm Jonty Ralph-Smith, one of your co-hosts, and alongside me is Nathan Seppi. Nathan, really looking forward to launching this project, which will focus on the NAB League boys and girls.
Yeah, it's great to get it started, Jonty. And I think what's important for us starting this podcast and channel is to make sure that we take a bit of a niche angle on the NAB League system and the draft system itself to make sure that we look at the players who aren't necessarily getting a lot of attention in the first round, but maybe the second and third rounds, and what goes on around their lives to make them the players that they are to stand out when they're not getting the attention 24/7.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent summary, and certainly the guys on the precipice is one thing we'll focus on. And I guess if there's a couple of other things you'll also get from us, it'll be the underlying narratives or the narratives that get overshadowed at NAB League clubs because of that individual development focus, and then also the roles of people that aren't necessarily senior coaches but are helping players reach their capacity.
And what we want to offer from the channel and the podcast, we want to make sure that we get some players, some coaches, player developers onto the podcast to talk to them, to interview them, to ask them what it's like to develop in the NAB League system and to get your name out there come draft time around November. We also want to do some game and player analysis when the NAB League season for the boys and girls does start in around April. So that's really important for us throughout a week-to-week basis.
Yeah, absolutely. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then give us a follow on Instagram at Craft of the Draft or on Twitter at CraftOTDraft, because we want to be much more than just a podcast. There's going to be heaps more content on our channels as well.
We look forward to getting it started, Jonty. Hopefully you can join us for the next podcast episode. And until then, we will see you in the next episode.